This is Hero Duo coming to you with a new deck video. Sorry I haven't been doing much, as in my update I explained. But I want to show you my new deck. It's really a budget deck, I guess you could say, since there's not really hollows of anything. I'm thinking about adding another battle mini to this deck, and I'll probably take out one of the skull layers for it. But as it stands right now, it does pretty good. It's a rock defense deck, or rock stall, whichever you want to call. Onto the deck I run 3 Inceptor cannons. I would replace these with stone statues if I had them, but I don't have any. Well, I have one, but I want at least 2, so until I can get a second one, I'm just sticking with these. 2 Gaia Stone Omegas can be special summoned by removing 2 Earths. Then when it's destroyed by a card effect, destroy all opponent's spell and trap cards. This has become very useful in this type of deck. Golem Sanctuary. Once per turn, when this card you can flip this card back face down defense. When this card flips on, return a monster on your opponent's side of the field back to the owner's hand. Really good, especially if my opponent's been mind controlled one of my monsters or something. Guardian Statue. When this card is flipped face up, successfully return 1 monster on your opponent's side of the field to the owner's hand. It's just like the Golem Sanctuary, just a little bit weaker defense, but it's always good to have some kind of defensive purpose. 3 Jujus. Everybody knows what Juju does. He returns the attacking monster to the top of the owner's deck. Good defense. 18. Mind Golem. The only real burn card in this deck, but it's in here for defense purposes. Now, the real reason for this deck right here is these 3. Lost Guardians. It gains 700 times the number of rock monsters that were removed from play. So, with Skull Layer, I could easily bring this up very quickly. The monster lineup in this deck is 25. So the maximum rock monsters I'd have in the graveyard is 24. And then combo this with Canyon, and that could be very deadly. 3 Guardian Sphinx. I might limit that down to 2 and pick something else, but Guardian Sphinx is very helpful and very annoying to the opponent. Guardian Sphinx has helped me out a lot. Labyrinth Wall. Most people haven't seen this played, but I need a higher defense than 24. So I threw him in here just because of the 3000 defense. No one really runs shield and sword anymore, or anything that switches the attack with the defense, so except for that one fiend that Kaiba uses. But I mean, not Kaiba, but Jack Atlas. But other than that, this card's a really good defense. Then 1 Morphing Jar. It helps me mill out the deck so I have more monster fodder for Skull Layer. Since Skull Layer's effect's been nerfed to where it has to be monsters only, Morphing Jar will help me get more monsters in the graveyard so I can get the effect to go off. 2 Messenger Pieces, used to stall the deck out to keep the opponent from being able to attack. 2 MSTs and a Giant Trunade. Spell Destruction. In case I want to attack, this'll the MSTs and the Giant Trunade will be able to let me attack, because there's been times where I flipped Guardian Sphinx and I was able to attack, but this helps me ensure I'll be able to attack. 1 Limit Area Level B. I need to switch this one, I just noticed that mark. Since this deck focuses more on defense, this can help. And I'm gonna put these in deck protectors later. I just went on and did the deck video now because I did finish this deck last night. 1 Dark Hole, 1 Imp Swords, 1 Monster Reborn, 1 The Dark Door. This really helps keep my opponent from getting off too many attacks against me. Then Canyon. All rock monsters in defense position. If a rock type monster in defense position is attacked, double any damage to the controller of the card that attacked the attacking monster. So like I said, with the Lost Guardian, and if I could easily have about 10 monsters in the graveyard, so 7 times 10, you add that up, and then that, it gets doubled, so whatever damage you took from that, you could easily win with just that Canyon and the Lost Guardian. 2 needle ceilings, really good to keep my opponent from bringing out too much stuff. I found this very useful in another deck that I used against 6 Samurais, because I had another deck that was a stalled defense deck, and it wasn't like this one. It wasn't a rock, but it was a defense deck, and needle ceiling kept those 6 Samurais from speeding up. Royal Oppression. Since I've only got 2 special summons in this deck, this is a really good card in this deck to help me. 1 Gravity Bind, 3 Skull Layers. So like I said, I'll probably replace one of them with another Battle Mania, but for now it's just 3, and then 1 Battle Mania. That's the whole deck. Rate, comment, subscribe, tell me what you think. This is Hero Duo the Community signing out, and stay tuned for my binder videos, which are next.